What is going on, everybody? Obviously, RSS Games 13 here, and this is going to be the second episode of my newer series, NBA Team Talk. We're going to be discussing the Brooklyn Nets. They made they made a lot of transactions. Let's start off with the Blockbuster trade that they made with the Celtics. They trade away Chris Joseph back to his team that drafted him in the Boston Celtics. Gerald Wallace, Chris Humphries, who actually is developing into a very good power forward, Marshawn Brooks, Keith Bogans, and three future first round draft picks, all for Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Jason Terry. Now I understand who they received. They're pretty aged players. Obviously, they're not looking to really rebuild as much as the Celtics are. But I do believe it's going to be a pretty good next 3 or 4 years for the Brooklyn Nets. They have a new head coach also, and Jason Kidd is obviously his first time being a head coach, as he was just in the NBA last season. And yet, they only had one draft pick, in which they drafted Mason Plumlee, the forward out of Duke. He managed to knock down 17.1 points a game, exactly 10 rebounds a game, 1.4 blocks a game, and all with 5.599 field goal percentage. So obviously that is very good. I think he'll develop into a very good player for this team. Once Kevin Garnett, he'll probably learn a lot from him, because he's probably going to be... I'm assuming that Kevin Garnett's going to start over him. But I projected their starting lineup in Deron Williams, Joe Johnson, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Brook Lopez. Pretty obvious. It's not like with the Pistons. There could be a lot of different ways that they could go. Pretty much one of the most star-studded starting lineups in the NBA as of right now. I think so, at least. But they do have a pretty solid bench, I'd say. I project that the starting bench rotation will be Tyshawn Taylor, Jason Terry, Andre Kirilenko, Reggie Evans, or Mason Plumlee, and Andre Blatch. So that'll be a pretty solid bench, I'd say, depending how some of these players play. I know Andre Kirilenko is going to be good, Jason Terry. Reggie Evans can always get those rebounds. He is just a competitor. And yeah, it is pretty much... the Celtics are pretty much officially rebuilding. Now, I'm not going to go really in depth with this team. I'll do that next video. But yeah, it is pretty obvious that the Celtics are ready to rebuild. Not a really star-studded team anymore. Pretty much Rajon Rondo is the only star. They used to have, 3 or 4, and now they only have 1. But they also have a lot of other players like Jeff Green and Avery Bradley who are looking pretty good thus far. They are very young, and they have a lot of time to progress. And yeah, actually, guys, that is pretty much it for this episode. Didn't really have much to talk about. I'll be discussing the Celtics in my next episode. And yeah, that is all for me. Have a good day. Peace.